All right, welcome back. My name is Chantal Hockheimer, and I'm the licensed broker with AspirePeak Properties. We're back again today for our vetted vendor webcast. I'm actually quite excited to introduce you to our first vetted vendor in Medicine Hat, Alberta, Jason Wilkes. Now, Jason owns and operates Kirbapeal in Medicine Hat, which provides services for the exterior of our rental properties, homes, and then businesses as well, I believe, making them beautiful and maintained throughout the whole year. He's been working on our rental properties in Medicine Hat for the last couple years, 4 years, I think now. So I'm happy to introduce you to him. Welcome, Jason.
Well, thanks, Chantal. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no worries. So we're just going to jump right in. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how Kirbapeal started.
Well, I was a bus driver up in the oil sands, and I have two special needs children. And I was making decent money in the oil sands, but my job I knew was going to be coming to an end because it was on the construction side and layoffs were coming within the next year and a half as they go fully into operations and they take down 3/4 of their staff. So I started investigating what kind of business could I start because I'm getting tired of working away from home and leaving my kids and my wife. And after looking at some things, I thought, you know what, pressure washing looks like a good business. So I literally spent a year, 6 to 10 hours a day, studying everything about pressure washing on the residential side. And by the time we did our first job, people thought that we were doing it for 5 or 6 years. I knew exactly what I was doing, all of that. And then people wanted window cleaning. So I trained myself how to do window cleaning. Then they wanted gutter cleaning. So I trained myself how to do gutter cleaning and driveway cleaning. And then they wanted driveway sealing. So we did all of that. And now we're running a 4.9 star Google review and a 5.0 Facebook review. And we're getting calls already. I did 5 quotes yesterday. It's the middle of February. For people already wanting to get their services done this spring.
That's awesome. That is amazing. So how long have you been doing it now with Kirbapeal?
So we started part-time. We actually started with our tax return 6 years ago. And then the next year I went full-time. We took out a booth in a trade show and we grew 750% from that trade show. And we have grown every year. So we are actually going into our 6th season full time this year.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So you're well experienced. You're living, operating in Medicine Hat. You've got 4.9 star Google review, that's insane because a lot of companies have that. And then you're offering services that I'm sure hard to come by or not. People don't want to do it themselves, kind of thing. So
you're right, and it's hard work. And if anyone can really go and pressure wash their house, but it's expensive, and time consuming if you're just using a rental or buy your own pressure washer to do it. And if you don't know what you're doing, you can definitely damage your house.
Right. Yeah. No, don't want to do that because damaged siding, there's lots of water issues later. Yep. That's right. No good with that. So, so I guess we kind of touched a little bit, summarized some of your services, pressure washing, window cleaning, driveway cleaning. Can you talk a little bit more, I guess, about each of those? And
yeah, sure. So there's basically 4 different types of house washes. The first type of house wash is stucco. If you don't know what you're doing, you are going to strip your stucco. We do the popcorn stucco, we do acrylic stucco, we do standard stucco. And so what we do is we use 12% sodium hypochlorite with a surfactant, and we downstream that. So that means that it gets mixed after the pump, and we put it on low pressure. And what I mean by low pressure is we actually show you we can water your flowers with it and not take off a petal. So we will soak that up and we'll let it dwell. The sodium hypochlorite, when it hits, is about 2 to 3%. So it kills your mold, your mildew, and the surfactant in there basically loosens the water tension. So the way I put it is it makes the water wetter. So the chemical can do the cleaning that it needs to. And after it's been on about 10, 15 minutes, that same pressure we rinse it off with. And the rinsing takes the longest time. And I love doing stucco because you see the mud flow come all the way down. The next that we do is heritage home brick. We clean brick. That the brick was actually made here in Medicine Hat well over 100 years ago. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to destroy your brick. We've cleaned houses that were 110 years old. By the time we are done, within about 4 hours, it looks like those bricks were put in last week.
And bricks are hard to repair. You can't get the same matching color and stuff like that.
Not only that, you need to know the type of mortar. And on those heritage home bricks, they use a lime-based mortar. So if you don't know how to manage that, you're going to blow that mortar out and totally destroy the value of that heritage home. We do hardy board. Hardy board you need to be very careful with. You want to wash your hardy board twice a year, especially if you're in southern Alberta like Lethbridge, Medicine Hat, Calgary, because the wind blows so much that dirt gets embedded. You cannot use any type of high pressure at all, because you will strip that paint. And then if you're going to strip any paint in that, you need to replace the whole side of that house, because it comes from the factory like that, and you're not going to find a perfect paint match. We do a lot of cedar, and siding is actually the hardest to clean. Siding has what's called oxidation. So that's a 3-step process. And if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to tiger stripe that. And you're going to need to call me in to fix that. If not, you'll be paying $6,000 to $10,000 to replace your siding. So yeah, siding takes a long time.
So then what are, I guess, can owners see or landlords see if a siding is oxidization?
Yes.
Like, is there something
all you got to do is take your finger and wipe the siding. If you get any kind of white chalky residue or even a slightly brown gray residue, that's oxidation. So we can take the oxidation off for you, but it will come back. The moment that siding starts to oxidize, the chemical change has already happened, and it will continue to oxidize. You might want to get that house washed once a year, and your worst oxidized sides on your home are the south and the east sides, because that's where the most sun and heat are.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So pay attention to that, because obviously siding to replace your siding is going to be expensive. You do different types of siding. I think vinyl and stuff are probably the most popular in southern Alberta, besides brick. I think, like you mentioned, on the heritage homes, right?
That's right.
So pay attention to that. And then hardy board's all new. If you don't know what hardy board is, it's just like a tougher wood vinyl siding combo.
It's a concrete compost.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. So that's pressure washing, and as you heard Jason, that's kind of his main point, or his starting point in his business. Now they do other stuff like window cleaning, the driveway cleaning, which is oil stain removal, as well as, I think I saw something for graffiti removal. Can you talk?
Yeah, we do a lot of graffiti removal here in town. Do not try to remove your graffiti removal by yourself. Not because I'm wanting your business like right now. It's because if you're not using the right product, you are going to stain your exterior. And a lot of, like almost every graffiti removal product on the market has an oil base to it, and you're going to get that oil stain on there. We can't take that oil stain out without lots and lots and lots of work. And so it's going to cost you a lot more money. So with that, just give us a call and we can come and do that. Usually within 45 minutes to an hour, it's gone.
So it's pretty intensive, 45 minutes to an hour to get the graffiti removed, right? So
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And if you have it on vinyl siding, we have to do a partial house wash on that too. So
Oh, makes sense. And then some of your other services that you offer to your eaves trough cleaning and then snow removal, which your snow contracts every year and are awesome. Our tenants like you guys. No issues
we're
there.
in and out pretty quick.
Sorry?
Yeah, we're in and out pretty quick. So we actually have a 7-step gutter cleaning.
Okay.
And Chantel kind of rides me sometimes because she goes, "You forgot the 7th step." So, and here's the thing. What we do is we remove your debris. Then we pressure wash out your gutter. Then what we do is we check your downspouts, and if those are clogged, we remove all those clogs, make sure it's free flowing. Then we fill your eaves troughs full of water. We check for leaks. If there's any leaks, we seal those leaks. Then we take after pictures. That's the one who goes, "Jason, you forgot the after pictures." Okay, I'll get back up there and do the after pictures for you. Then we do a full cleanup because gutter cleaning is messy.
Yeah, no, sorry. Managing from afar. So sometimes you need those good vendors in your cities that you've got your rental properties in, right? So vendors that are willing to do the before and after photos is a huge key. And so Jason's one of those. So we love him for that. So thank you. And then snow removal, of course. And you've got a whole team of guys to work on that.
We have a whole team of guys. Like this year, we have, I think, 60 properties that we do on our average snowfall. We split it up into 3 routes. Working in the office, bus driving, I'm very used to getting tight routes for fuel economy. And so you typically 55 properties we get done between 4 and 6 hours.
It's a lot of properties.
On an average snow day.
On an average snow day, yeah. And you're always responding within 24 hours of the snowfall.
So the way that we do our snow is we guarantee that the snow will be removed within 24 hours of snowfall completion. There's a lot of times that we start at 5:30 in the morning. So awesome. So well-rounded services for the exterior of your rental properties. This is great. Is there any tips you can provide our viewers on, how to prevent some of this stuff, oxidization, the oil staining on the driveways? So the first thing is you cannot really prevent, like once you get oxidation on your siding, you can't prevent it anymore. What you can do is, even if you have new siding, once a year, get a really good vetted pressure washing company in. Make sure that they have great experience with excellent references, whether it's us or another company. Okay. Second is you want to get your driveway sealed, because if you end up having a tenant that has a leaky oil stain, like a leaky truck or car, they can cause a lot of damage. I'll give you an example. One of our property management companies that we service, they called me in to take a look at an oil stain. They said it's a few spots. I don't think they took a look at it because I sent them a picture. It would cost them $4,500 for us to clean it, which is still less than half the price of replacing it. It covered 2 driveways that are combined on the back of a duplex. If you got your driveway sealed, that stuff would wash off with a good pressure washer, and surface cleaning, and in a good degreasing detergent.
Okay, yeah, expensive once it's there, but better to seal to prevent.
That's right. And a seal on your average driveway is anywhere between $1,000 and $2,000. That's something that you got to redo about every 2 to 3 years. But if you maintain it well, you'll get an extra 2 to 3 years out of it. What do I mean by that? Have a good pressure washing company come in that has a surface cleaner, clean it twice a year. They'll take off the sand, the dirt, the salt, the oil stains, things like that. And you'll get, and it's way less than a quarter of the price to clean it than it is to seal it.
Yeah, so this is a good example, you guys, for preventative maintenance. We're big on that for, mechanical and plumbing, but this is just another avenue to think the exterior property needs some love too. So by preventing, you're going to spend less money than having to repair or replace.
Excellent. Yeah, and we also have one of our memberships just for businesses and companies like yours, there's Chantel, where we actually come by once a week and check for graffiti. And if there's any graffiti, we just call, we'll send you a picture, we'll call, let you know and say we're taking it off for you. It's a low monthly rate. It's an unlimited graffiti removal. We're there once a week checking for you, especially if you are an out of town owner. Yeah. We're always there.
No, that's great. You jumped to my
next
question.
One of our last snow jobs we did for you was -53 out, and the city was out, handing out those things that, hey, pipes are freezing.
Yes.
So I gave you a call and said, hey, the city's handing these out. You may want to call your tenants and say, hey, turn your water on. So that's the kind of stuff we do for you guys.
Yes, and that's over and above, and that's just because Jason is awesome at customer service. That's not his regular service, so it's just because he's a great guy, and that's what he does for his clients, which is amazing, and that's why one of the reasons why we have you on here today. So you kind of touched a little bit on my next question, and that was your package services, because you've got bundle services for landlords and businesses. I didn't know about the businesses, but businesses, and then just a regular homeowner as well for exterior properties. So do you want to kind of go into more details?
Yeah, so I'll just go over one of them right now. I'll go over one for business and one for residential.
Yeah.
So on your average residential, we call it a gold membership. It's $41.77 a month for 12 months. And you get a house wash out of that once a year. You get 5 of your favorite main floor windows cleaned once a month, April through September. And you get 15% off all services. So if you need a gutter cleaning, it's 15% off. You need a graffiti removal, it's 15% off. You need a driveway seal, an oil stain cleaning, whatever, 15% off. So we have that. That's our biggest seller. We have 60 clients in Medicine Hat on that gold membership. So we're doing 60 sets of windows every month, just maintenance stuff. Then we have one very similar for businesses. We actually have 3 different options. And I'll tell you the biggest option that we have, which is still less than your business cell phone payment a month. And that there, you get a storefront wash once a month, once a year. You get your main floor storefront windows done once a month, April through September. You get unlimited graffiti removal with us stopping by once a week and checking for that. And you get your sidewalks professionally pressure washed once a month. What we found out, Karcher, they do a lot with cleaning stuff like pressure washers and carpet cleaners and things like that. They did a study 4 years ago, and they found that if you keep your sidewalks fully cleaned like that, it decreases your interior cleaning costs by 85%, up to 85%.
Wow.
Yeah. So your business will sparkle, your windows will sparkle. If your graffiti is there, it won't be for long. And what we found out is after your business gets tagged, if it's not taken care of right away, you're going to get multiple tags, and so are your neighbors. But if it's taken off really quickly, you might get it 2 or 3 more times. And then the graffiti guys will say, it's not worth coming over here. Yeah.
Yeah, because their art gets removed too fast, so it's not worth it for them.
That's right.
That is awesome. So you said $41.77 about for the residential side of things, and that's a month. So $500 a year, but that's going to include cleaning your windows or 5 favorite windows every
once a month, April through September. You get a house washed out of it. And you've seen our house washes on what it does for your business, for your places.
It does. It's such a huge difference, especially if it hasn't been done in some time. And your tenants appreciate it too, because then they feel pride of ownership in the place they're renting, which again results in tenant reciprocity. They'll take care of the property better, all that kind of stuff. And there's less maintenance involved with that. So, I mean,
that's right.
At $41 a year, or 40 bucks next month.
The great thing on your side of the business with this, Chantal, is number one, you just said it, you have a higher capture rate, if you will. Like people stay there longer. You're not in business for the goodness of your heart. You're in business to make money. The second is you are offering higher value, and there's a value ladder in everything. And when you can offer high value, that means that you can charge more. And people will literally throw money at you if the value is there.
Yeah, no, it's true for all businesses, I think. So yeah, awesome. I'm just trying to see if I had any more questions for you here. I think that's everything.
Well, thanks, Chantal.
Is there anything else I guess you want to tell viewers of Medicine Hat?
All I can really say is Medicine Hat has been very good to us. And we are going to be expanding into Lethbridge and eventually into Calgary. We're growing very fast. People have caught on. Like we brought the house washing industry into Medicine Hat. Now people are realizing how important it is. And Calgary doesn't have many people doing it. We also offer asphalt sealing. So if you have an asphalt driveway, asphalt parking lot, we can seal that.
Oh, it froze a little bit there. Oh, your speaker. There we go. Say that again.
Well, deep clean, and then we will seal it after that. So the seal lasts much longer.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited about that. That's new news to me. So I can definitely start if you guys do eventually need to touch base for Calgary and go from there for the rentals up in Calgary. But well, guys, this is our amazing vendor, Jason Wiltz with Kirbapeal Medicine Hat. He does rental properties, homes, businesses, and I'll have Kirbapeal's details in the post below so that you can reach out to him if you do require his services, or have any questions for him too if you want more information on memberships or tips for cleaning and stuff like that. All right. Thank you, Jason, for joining us.
No problem. Just one more little
Sure.
thing here. If you just go to the website, which I'm sure you're going to put down below, and
Yes.
you need to schedule a quote, it just comes right up there and it goes right to our CRM. And you guys can sign into your portion of the CRM anytime and schedule a service.
Awesome. So a portal service for you essentially.
That's right. That's right.
That is definitely a step above any vendor that I've seen so far. So awesome, Jason. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me, Chantal.
No worries. All right, guys, stay tuned and yeah, have a good day. Bye.